Good morning. Welcome both in the sanctuary and online and YouTube Live to the Sunday service of the Unitarian Universalist Church of St. Petersburg, Florida, on the unceded ancestral lands of the Tocobaga and Seminole Native Americans. My name is Ben Atherton-Zeman. I'm the minister here. I am so excited for today's worship service. I'm bringing you the worship service, but the person doing most of the work is our music director, John Arterton, right there. Very excited. Oh yeah, no warning. We're a people of many beliefs, but we do share a common faith that what we do in this world matters, that we are connected to one another and to our planet. So whoever you are and wherever you are in your journey, you are welcome here. And we have one announcement about the solstice gathering at 1:30. I'm looking for Chris. And I'm not seeing her, but Chris MacDonald and myself and a bunch of others are thinking about forming a CUPS chapter. That's Covenant of UU Pagans. So we're going to gather, I think, in that room and talk about it at 1:30. And also, not just talk, we're going to have a ritual because it is close to the solstice. So we're going to have a solstice ritual at 1:30 to 3:30 in there. All are welcome. Please read your other announcements in the order of service, in the newsletter, in my weekly video, and in our Facebook group. I want to give a special welcome to any newcomers. I've said hi to some of you already. If you want a church where we do believe that climate change is real and that it's not only okay to say gay, it is fantastic to be gay and LGBTQIA+, I have good news. You may have found your church home. So if you are new to UU St. Pete, or even relatively new, can you give a wave and we'll wave back? Hello. Great, fantastic. Lots of waving. This is good. This is good. And if any of those who just waved would like to stand up and say, hey, this is who I am, this is how I got here, as loud as you can so that I can hear it, and then repeat it so that the YouTube Live folks can hear that. You are welcome to do so. You're not new, but thank you for waving. If anyone, yeah, please. Thank you, Laura. That's Laura. She says, I live on the street and I come here Fridays. And I think you said that we're welcoming and kind, which I appreciate. It's good to see you here, Laura. Who else? Tom just moved here to St. Pete from Maine, which is where Lucinda and I used to live. Welcome. Anyone else? Yeah. Judy's here, and her husband died 2 weeks ago. I'm so sorry for your loss, and I'm glad you found us. Welcome, Judy. Thank you for silencing your cell phones. Our evolving safety protocol is designed to protect the most vulnerable, so masks are now optional in our worship service. Let's take a moment to greet our neighbor, and remember to get consent if you're going to shake their hand or hug them. I forgot to mention, this is also New Member Sunday, so later in the worship service we're welcoming 5 new members. Very exciting. Our flaming chalice is the symbol for Unitarian Universalism. It's the symbol of hope, of the sacred, of the quest for truth, the warmth of community, the light of reason, and so much more. So when Caitlin lights our chalice, I invite you to say our covenant out loud. The words can be found in the text chat on Facebook Live or in your order of service. And feel free to follow along with the 2-hand movements. Love is the spirit of this church, and service its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Thank you, Caitlin.
Yeah. Good morning. Thanks for being with us this morning. Today we're going to sing some wonderful Christmas carols that we have in our hymnal, in our gray hymnal. If you're wondering what the difference between a carol and a Christmas song is, a carol is sacred, religious, and a Christmas song is not. Yes. Yeah. So if you really came here expecting to sing, Jingle Bells and White Christmas, you need to go to a karaoke bar, which is just over that way, yeah. Anyway, I'll be talking about this later, but if you'll turn in your hymnals to number 253, you'll see one of the great Christmas carols. I'll be talking about this later, but as you look at it, you'll notice that the lyrics have been changed from what you might be familiar with. Those you-yous. Many of us grew up singing, "Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord." I guess the folks who put the hymnal together thought we you-yous would be more comfortable singing that in Latin. So, please rise as you are able, and we are going to sing the first verse in Latin. Good luck. Adeste fidelis, leti triumphates, venite, venite in Bethlehem. Natum videte, regem angelorum, venite adoremus, venite adoremus, venite adoremus Dominum. O come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. O come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Old habits. Lo, humble shepherds, hasting to his cradle, leaving their flocks in the fields, draw near. We too with gladness thither bend our footsteps. Venite adoremus, venite adoremus, venite adoremus Dominum. Sing choirs of angels, sing in exaltation. Oh, sing, all ye citizens of heaven above. Glory to God, oh, glory in the highest. Fantasticum.
Would any of the children come forward for our time for all ages, please? Hello again. I'll keep this here in case I forget something. Hey. Good to see you. Come on up. Good to see you. I like the PJs. Where do you want to sit? Okay. What do you think is in the box? What? Go ahead. Don't know? Yep.
I don't know either.
Don't know either. All right. Well, that's... Any other guess?
I think it's a bunny rabbit.
Bunny rabbit? Could be a bunny rabbit.
I think it's something that exists.
I think it's a Christmas day. I think it's a Christmas flower.
It's a Christmas flower. These are all very good guesses. Some of them hard to contradict. It's something in the known universe. I made the kids laugh. It's true. So this is... I'm like your daddy. Cool. I'm like your mommy. Even better. This is called a wonder box. And you know. We know because we do that. Well, I'll tell you. This is called a wonder box. And the theme for December is, in fact, wonder. So that is why I have a wonder box. That's fine with me if she's down there. That is. Right. So this wonder box does in fact have things in it, and you are right. It has things to do with this season, and actually has 4 things in it. So luckily there are 4 of you. So I am going to let you pick the first thing and tell me what it is. I'm going to let you pick the first thing and tell me what it is. So go ahead and bring it out. It is indeed a flower, so you nailed it. She knew there was a flower. This is not a Christmas flower. This is actually a solstice flower. I had a pine cone in there, but it turns out it was really sharp, so I didn't want to cut anybody's fingers and have your parents sue us. So there's the flower. And do you know what pagans are? Anyone know what paganism is, or the solstice? So pagans, and I am a pagan, as pagans, most of us at least believe that the earth is alive and the earth is a living mother goddess. And so the solstice is the time of the longest night and the shortest day. There's another solstice in the summer that goes the other way. And a bunch of us, including Chris MacDonald, who I saw came in. Hi, Chris. Chris is, let me answer you in 1 second. No, you will get to pick. I'm just in the middle of a sentence. So Chris is going to talk to us more about the solstice at 1:30. But the solstice is not the only holiday that's happening right now. Perhaps you would like to pick the next thing. Just pick a thing. Tell me what you think it is. What do you think it is?
It's something from Hanukkah with 9 candles.
It is exactly something from Hanukkah with 9 candles. Do anyone know what that's called? It's a menorah. Thank you, adults. You knew what it was. I know.
Yeah, because we were learning about Hanukkah in my class.
In the class. So as there are pagan Unitarian Universalists, or UUs, there are also a lot of Jewish UUs, and so many Jewish UUs celebrate Hanukkah, and tonight at sundown, I believe, is the first night of Hanukkah. Well, it already happened. It is tonight at sundown. And so then to celebrate this miracle of oil for one day lasting 9 days begins tonight with the light of that. I know you didn't get to pick. And this celebrates not just the miracle of oil, but many miracles in our world. Would you like to pick now? All right, go ahead.
What's this 2 things? Oh, it's one.
Stickers. Big crowd pleaser. You can each have stickers for Kwanzaa. Who knows what Kwanzaa is? Any adults? Yeah.
A holiday.
A holiday. Very, very good. Also hard to contradict. So here are some Kwanzaa stickers that Janae ordered for us. And Kwanzaa is a holiday celebrated in the African American community starting on December 26th and culminating in the feast that I forget the name of, but I have my script somewhere. The Feast of Karamu. That is something else, but did you already pick a thing? Maybe it's someone else's turn, like your brother.
Yeah, it's my brother.
What is it?
I don't know.
What does it look like? That's the sign.
I don't know.
Okay, so this is a nativity scene. So have you heard of, who's heard of baby Jesus? Anybody? Right? Okay, so this is the scene where baby Jesus is born, and that's a nativity scene. And so there are also Christian UUs, and actually both our denominations of Unitarianism and Universalism evolved as Christian denominations originally. And some Christian UUs still think that, still believe that Jesus is the Son of God, and probably a lot more UUs believe that Jesus was an inspiring teacher and was the source of light and love. But one thing that a lot of the United States celebrates is Christmas, but that's our denomination wants to be more inclusive of other holidays than the mainstream holidays. Yeah?
And Jesus died because in a long, long time ago, him was just born, but now, in her real days, him is dead now because it was a long time ago before him was alive.
Okay, so he was born on this day, many say, a long time ago, over 2,000 years ago. Yes. You were tapping me, yeah? Oh. Well, you just wanted to smile at me. Well, so those are 4 of the holidays that our denomination celebrates, because like we said at the beginning, we come from many different belief systems, but we do share the common faith that what? That what we do on this world matters, and that we're connected to who? One another and to the earth. So now you get your class, and we get to sing you out to class. Thanks for playing. Yeah, go ahead. You didn't see my... All right. Script is needing of, there we go, page 4. That's not it. Now we come to the time in our worship service for joys, sorrows, and concerns. For those of you on YouTube Live, you may not be here in person, but your presence is still felt. So please put your joys and your sorrows into the text chat. And if you have a joy or sorrow to submit during the week, you can write me, minister@uustpete.org, or you can do what was just done now, fill out a card and hand it up to me. Does this go with it? Okie doke. Brian Richardson, one of our members signing the book today, will place a stone in the water for each one that was submitted. And first, stone that many of you submitted on the passing of our beloved Sally Carville. Her children, Stephanie and Greg, send thanks to all of us at UU St. Pete who reached out to them and to Sally these past weeks. They've returned to New Hampshire and Maine, and they are with us right now, watching on YouTube Live. So blessings, Stephanie, and blessings, Greg. They used to do that with their mom, watch us on YouTube Live. Sally did not wish to have a memorial service, and we will be installing a nameplate on our memorial garden plaque. It's going to take a second. Next, a stone of joy from Erica Leipertz, also watching on YouTube Live. Erica has attended UU St. Pete services in the past, and you might remember her as our guest speaker for April Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Erica has just graduated from St. Petersburg College. Congratulations, Erica. You're getting applause. We don't hear it. A stone of relief from Geneva Nelson, who says, Geneva, are you here? Who says that on Thursday morning, a tornado hit a preschool 6 blocks from her condo, and then went on a path of destruction, passing very near her place, but even though the school building was badly damaged, Geneva is very grateful that the children and staff all escaped and that there was no damage to her place. And then a second stone from Geneva, because her cousin Steve Nelson used to live in Largo and was the sexton at this church. Steve moved to Tennessee, has been on Social Security retirement, living in low-income housing. He was recently evicted for non-payment of rent. His phone and the debit card that he gets his Social Security on were stolen, and he is staying in a homeless shelter. A stone of sorrow for the 85 people who died. Was this what you were going to... No, go ahead. If you said it differently, I want to read what you said. Okay. From Sabina, a stone of sorrow. We lost 85 people to these streets this past year. Their names are on a poster in Gilmore Hall. And a stone of joy that UU St. Pete has agreed to become a cold night shelter on nights with a real feel of 40 degrees or colder. Yeah, that's worth clapping for if you want to do that. And those of you who clapped, I hope you will sign up to volunteer on those nights, because we need like 4 shifts of several people for a total of, I think, 20 people each night. It's not a mammoth volunteer event, but it is an important one. So please thank your board of directors. The vote on that was unanimous. We also had, I'll have another stone of joy for our memorial service that many of you were here at, and apparently was covered in the newspaper. Our mayor of St. Petersburg stood right where I'm standing and issued this proclamation declaring Friday Homeless Persons Memorial Day. So we have that proclamation for anyone who wants to see it. And then Susan Gore has a stone of joy for the fabulous story in today's, I need my glasses, today's TBT on USP's Service of Remembrance for National Homeless Persons Memorial Day. And a stone of incredible outrage over the even more, I feel like I'm forgetting one, but may we bring to our mind and hold close to our hearts those like Sally Carville's family, all those known and unknown who are facing health concerns, and may we also continue working for universal health care in this nation so that no one need worry about the financial burden of receiving needed health care. May all who are facing challenges find a comforting presence in the warmth of fellowship and community. So let's place one final stone, Ryan, for those joys and sorrows that remain in our hearts, perhaps too tender to be spoken aloud. And let's take about a minute of silence together. The mystery is that we are connected even when we feel apart. So let us rejoice in our beloved community that makes of the many one. So may it be.
Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea. Move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me. We three kings of Orient are, bearing gifts we traverse afar, field and fountain, moor and mountain, following yonder star. Oh, star of wonder, star of light, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us through this perfect night. Frankincense to offer have I, incense owns a deity nigh, prayer and praising, woe and raising, worship God most high. Oh, star of wonder, star of light, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us through this perfect night. Myrrh is mine, its bitter perfume breathes a life of gathering gloom, sorrowing, sighing, bleeding, dying, sealed in a stone-cold tomb. Oh, star of wonder, star of light, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us through this perfect night. Born a babe on Bethlehem's plain, gold I bring to crown him again. Love forever ceasing, never deep in our hearts to reign. Oh, star of wonder, star of light, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, As most of you probably know, we Unitarians are individualists. We delight in the fact that we have many differing beliefs about everything, right? Yeah. We are a diverse lot, Christians, Jews, as Ben said, Buddhists, Hindus, Muslims, pagans, humanists, and none of the above. So, of course, we try to be inclusive. We celebrate Christmas, solstice, Rosh Hashanah, Passover, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Thanksgiving, Martin Luther King Day, Indigenous Peoples Day, Earth Day, and more. There's a wide variety of opinions on how we should celebrate Christmas in our UU congregations. Personally, I love the traditional Christmas carols that we sing on these days, and I thought it'd be fun and rewarding to sing some of these carols today. It's kind of sad that we only get to sing them for such a short period of time. This doesn't mean that I like to hear them before Thanksgiving, though, I must. So let us start out with one of my favorites, number 245. I'm going to ask you to rise in body or spirit as you are willing, and we're going to sing Joy to the World. Joy to the world, the word has come. Let earth with praises ring. Let every heart prepare a room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the earth, now gladness reigns. Let hearts their songs employ, while fields and floods, rocks, hills, and plains repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy. No more let sins and sorrows grow, nor thorns infest the ground. Let righteousness His glory show, as far as love is found, as far as love is found, as far as love is found. Once more in Latin. Just kidding. Thank you. Please be seated. Some interesting lyrics there, especially in the third verse. Am I right? So we're saying what? Right. Because of the wide variety of beliefs that we UUs have, it was probably a formidable challenge deciding what song should go into our hymnal. You could argue that they didn't really do a very balanced job, because there are 32 Christmas carols in our book, 3 for Hanukkah and 1 for Kwanzaa. As far as I can tell, there are no Christmas carols in the newer Teal book, probably because there's so many in the first book. Let's remain seated and sing the favorite Christmas carol of the president of the UUA, Susan Frederick Gray. You'll notice that the lyrics center around the theme of war and peace, not the Bethlehem story. It's number 244. It came upon a midnight clear. Let's do the first and last verses. It came upon the midnight clear, that glorious song of home, from angels bending near the earth to touch their harps of gold. Peace on the earth, goodwill from heaven, the news we bring. The world in sorrow For lo, the days are hastening on, by prophet bards foretold, when with the ever-circling years comes round the age of gold, when peace shall over all the earth its ancient splendors bring, and the whole world give back the song which now the angels sing. Since the lyrics to that carol were written by a UU minister, Edmund Hamilton Sears, back in the 19th century, they've remained unchanged in our hymnal, one of the few. But a lot of the Christmas carols in our hymnal, the lyrics have been changed as from those that you grew up singing, if you sang in Christian churches like I did. As many of you have noticed on the third verse of Joy to the World, I stumbled all over the words. I couldn't do it. Let's turn the book a couple pages ahead to 246. O little town of Bethlehem. Towards the end of the second verse, we sing, let praises ring, from God they bring goodwill to all on earth. The original lyrics were, and praises sing to God the King, and peace to all on earth. Because so many UUs have a broader sense of Jesus, that maybe he wasn't divine, maybe that we are all sons and daughters of God or of the universal force, the source. Put your name on it. And the third verse we sing, no ear may hear that coming, but in this worldly din, when souls are truly humble, then the dear babe rests within. The original verse was, no ear may hear his coming, but in this world of sin, where meek souls will receive him, still the dear Christ enters in. Let's sing this together, number 246. O little town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie. Above thy deep and dreamless sleep, the silent stars go by. Yet in thy dark street shineth the everlasting light. The hopes and fears of all the years are met in thee tonight. For Christ is born of Mary and gathered all above. While mortals sleep, the angels keep their watch of wondering love. O morning stars together proclaim the holy birth. Let praises ring from God, they bring goodwill to all on earth. How silently the wanderer is made known, when God imparts to human hearts the gift that is our own. No ear may hear that coming, but in that holy din, when souls are truly humble, then the dear babe rests within. By the way, if you turn the page to 247, you'll see the same words set to a different tune. Oh, little Bethlehem. I much prefer 246. I think that's the only time in the whole book that there are alternate And you know, as I look out here, I see some people whose lips aren't moving. I think it's a miracle that you can sing without moving your lips. So I encourage those of you who are taught by your third grade teacher to be quiet in the back, to like get that tape recorder running in your head, out of your head, and at least mouth the words. You'll come to appreciate at least the lyrics, and maybe one day you'll just make noise. That's all singing is. If you'll flip around in the hymnal between 227 and 258, you'll find a lot of Christmas songs that suggest that Christ was a powerful embodiment of love, as Ben said, but not necessarily divine. Let's look at one of those, for instance. We won't sing it, but 238, within the shining of a star, we catch a glimpse of who we are. In every infant born we see the hope of our nativity. The miracle of each new birth can shake and save the stony earth. Triumphantly the newborn's cry strikes echoes from the waiting sky. That's a UU lyric if I ever heard one. As I was flipping through the hymnal before this morning, I found a few that I'd never heard. The creche flickers bright here in the gentle of the moon. Jesus our brother, winter night, whence, O shepherd maiden? Some of them are quite lovely, and I thought it might be fun to sing an unfamiliar one. So turn to number 256, if you would. It has a lyric that is a far cry from the manger scene. It tells of a world that is in pain and turmoil. A newborn child is weeping, it says, but it leaves us with a lullaby of hope for the world. Winter night, clear and bright, a weary world is sleeping, and then a cry fills earth and sky, a newborn child is weeping. Hush-a-bye, lullaby, blessed little baby. Drops of pain flow like rain, tell why your tears are falling. For humankind so frail, unkind, for your own life's calling. Hush-a-bye, lullaby, blessed little baby. Holy child, every child, your life will have its season, and each new day your heart may pray for grace, for peace, for reason. Hush-a-bye, lullaby, blessed little baby. Isn't that lovely? You know, not every song in our hymnal was meant for congregational singing. Some of them are kind of difficult. Some of them are probably meant for solo, so I thought I would sing a little. One of those is number 250, if you'd like to look at it and see why I'm not asking you to sing along. It's called Purer Than Purest Pure. The lyrics are by E.E. Cummings, whose father was a UU minister in Boston. And the haunting music is by American composer Vincent Persichetti. Wrong. Persichetti. Sorry. What is it? Oh, 250. Wish me luck. Purer than purest pure, whisper of whispers so big with innocence, forgivingly a once of eager glory, no more miracle may grow. Child fully serious, flower of holiness, a pilgrim from beyond the future, immediate like some new remembered dream. Flaming a coolie bell touches most mere until eternally with luminous the shadow of love himself, whose we nor can you die or hide. And every world before silence begins a star. Amen. Yes, we believe in imperfection. I love how the music complements the sense of mystery and wonder that the wonderful poem has. I'm glad it made its way into our hymnal. Interesting that they found space for it, right? I mean, they could have chosen Away in a Manger, or What Child Is This, or any of these. Hundreds of carols. Let's see, where am I? Almost done. Before we go on, I think we should rise and sing one of my favorites. Now, on Christmas Eve, which is this Saturday evening at 5 o'clock, please come, please tell your friends. We won't sing that last one together on Christmas Eve, just so you know. But we will sing this next one. I couldn't help but repeat it because it's one of my favorites. Number 231, Angels We Have Heard on High. I invite you to stand if you are willing in body or spirit to sing. I should have had a whole stack of hymnals. Thank you. Angels we have heard on high, singing sweetly o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Why this jubilee? Why these songs of happy cheer? What great brightness did you see? What glad tidings did you hear? Glory
in excelsis Deo, Gloria, in excelsis Deo. See him in a manger laid, whom the angels praise above. Mary, Joseph, lend your aid, while we raise our hearts in love. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo.
Would Ryan Smith, Ryan Richardson, Sandy Weeks, and Michael Rowe please come forward for our new member ceremony? Vonda will be representing the membership team, and our board chair, Rebecca Wilson, will be up in that pulpit in a moment to help you all say your part. So as Ryan and Ryan sign our book, here at UU St. Pete, I'll remind you that people have gathered for over a century seeking a higher purpose and a deeper life than they could find alone. So this book that Ryan and Ryan are signing right now is the same exact book that was signed by the Cole and the West family in 1914. You can see their signatures. Pearl Cole's is the first, and I believe it's in pencil, so be careful when you turn to that page. We are grateful today for each of you, that you have found your way here, that you've decided to make a commitment to this faith community. We have important work to do, and we need your help to do it. As you make a commitment to us, our congregation also makes a commitment to you, to welcome you, to reach out to you, to include you and care for you as one of us. So we ask that you engage with us in ways that resonate with you. Our congregation is your new home, a place to be yourself and a place to respect others. We hope that as members of this community, you will allow yourselves to know and to be known, to minister and to be ministered to love and be loved by this congregation. Will the five of you signify your willingness to join by saying the affirmation in the little piece of paper in unison?
I affirm my commitment to this congregation and the responsibilities that it entails. I enter this community willing to grow and ready to serve.
Thank you. All of you, your response is in your order of service, and online it is in the text chat, I believe. So Rebecca and the rest of you, please say the response.
We, the members and friends of the Unitarian Universalist Church of St. Petersburg, welcome you to this congregation. We pledge to be a supportive community that respects who you are and affirms all that you can become. Cry with us, laugh with us, work with us. Together we seek the highest good. We are glad that you have found in us home for your spirit.
Welcome to UU St. Pete, all five of you. While they're getting their name tags, I'll do the next part, which is the offering. This is when we remember our connection to one another, and let's not forget our contributions to support the means to those connections. Now, we have benefited from the efforts and contributions of previous generations like the Coles and the Wests, and frankly, Sally Carville. Our spiritual ancestors planted the vision of this fellowship and sowed with their physical and their financial labor the harvest that we are now enjoying. So we follow in their footsteps we plant trees knowing that we might not be the ones who harvest the fruits or see this grandeur. So may our offering be one of the many ways in which our hands and the intentions of our heart make manifest our love for one another and the world. In the sanctuary, the offering will now be given and received.
And now, thank you for your generosity. What better way to finish a Christmas carol service than to sing a Hanukkah song? Please stand as you're willing and able to sing number 221. Those of you who are of a certain age will remember Peter, Paul, and Mary. Well, Peter Yarrow wrote this great song. Candle for the Maccabee children, with thanks in the light didn't die.
Light one candle for the pain they endured when their right to exist was denied.
Light one candle for the terrible sacrifice of justice and freedom demand. But light one candle for the wisdom to know when the peacemaker's time is at hand. Don't let the light go out, it's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine through our love and our tears. One candle for the strength that we need to never become our own foe. Light one candle for those who are suffering the pain we learned long ago. Light one candle for all we believe in, that anger won't tear us apart. And light one candle to bring us together with peace as the song in our hearts. Don't let the light go out, it's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out,
Lend your love and our cheers.
What is the memory that's valued so highly? We keep it alive in that flame. What's the commitment to those who have died when we cry out they've not died in vain? And we come with always believing that justice would somehow prevail. This is the burden, this is the promise, this is why we will not fail. Oh! Don't let the light go out, it's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine through our love and our tears.
Sandy and Lauren, if you could come forward to extinguish our chalice. And quick announcement while they're going up there. We hope you'll join us this Saturday, Christmas Eve at 5 o'clock for our traditional Christmas Eve service. We will be singing some beautiful carols that we didn't sing today, and we'll be having some fun besides. And afterwards, there will be wassailing. Did I say that right? I said it right. I am looking forward to it. Now, feel free to follow along with the hand gestures as Lauren and Sandy extinguish our chalice. The words to our traditional chalice extinguishing are in your order of service. Online, they're in the text chat. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of love, or the fire of courage. These we carry in our hearts out into the world. Please remain seated for a postlude by Aaron. Thank you, Aaron. And I forgot we will be here Christmas Eve, but not Christmas Day. It is a Sunday, but staff likes to, not work sometimes, so we will be closed on Christmas Day, open again for Sunday service on New Year's Day. The service has ended today, but our work still begins, starting with building our community during coffee hour in Gilmore Hall. I offer you blessings, and I hope you'll join us.